You are nothing but a piece of trash, and you belong with the cleanup crew, not in my executive meeting. Pack your bags and get out, before I have security throw you out. Those were the exact words echoed by Marcus Vance, the arrogant CEO of Vance Enterprises, as he threw a folder of papers right at my face. The sharp edge of the paper cut my cheek, and a small drop of blood trickled down. Around the grand conference table, 30 senior executives sat in absolute silence. No one dared to speak up against Marcus. He was a ruthless tyrant who ruled the multi-million-dollar company with an iron fist. I looked down at the papers scattered on the floor. It was a marketing presentation I had spent 3 sleepless nights working on as a newly hired intern. Marcus hadn't even opened it. He just wanted to humiliate me because I refused to get him coffee earlier that morning. I slowly knelt down, picking up each paper calmly. The executives looked at me with pity, but Marcus had a twisted smile of satisfaction on his face. He thought he had broken me. He thought I was just another helpless, poor intern who needed this job to survive in the city. As I stood up, I wiped the blood from my cheek, looked straight into his cruel eyes, and whispered in a calm, chilling voice, "Have a good day, Mr. Vance. I'll see you around, very soon." Marcus laughed out loud. "See me around? You are fired. You won't even pass the front gate tomorrow." But Marcus didn't know one critical detail. My real name wasn't Maya Lin. My name was Maya Sterling. And my grandfather, the reclusive billionaire Arthur Sterling, owned 90% of this entire corporation. I wasn't just an intern. I was the sole heiress to the entire empire. To understand why I was working as a penniless intern under my mother's maiden name, we have to go back 3 months. My grandfather, Arthur Sterling, was getting old and wanted to hand over the empire to me. But he gave me one final test. "Maya," he had said, sitting in his grand library, "a true leader knows how the lowest employee is treated. Go into our main branch as an ordinary intern. Don't use the Sterling name. See how Marcus Vance runs the company. I have been hearing rumors that he is abusing his power." So, I accepted the challenge. For 3 months, I endured pure hell. Marcus Vance was not just arrogant, he was corrupt. I quickly discovered that he was taking credit for every brilliant idea produced by the junior staff. If a project succeeded, Marcus claimed the glory. If it failed, he blamed the interns and fired them. But worse than his arrogance was his greed. While working late in the archives room one night, I stumbled upon a set of hidden financial ledgers. Marcus had been secretly funneling millions of dollars from the employee pension funds into his personal offshore bank accounts. He was robbing the very people who worked hard for him. I had collected every single piece of evidence, and today Marcus's public insult had just moved my timeline up. The next morning was the highly anticipated annual corporate gala and board meeting. Marcus Vance was dressed in a custom 3-piece suit, walking around the grand hall, shaking hands with elite investors. Today, he was expecting the board of directors to grant him a lifetime contract and a $20 million bonus. As he was speaking to a group of international clients, he noticed a figure standing near the entrance. It was me. I was wearing a simple jacket, holding a plain black folder. Marcus's face turned red with anger. He marched over to me, his heavy footsteps echoing on the marble floor. "How did you get past security?" Marcus hissed, keeping his voice low but filled with venom. "I told you yesterday you were finished here. Did you come back to beg for your job? Or maybe you realized you really belong to the cleaning staff?" I smiled, looking at his arrogant face. "I'm just here to deliver a final report to the board, Mr. Vance. I think they will find it very interesting." Marcus grabbed my arm roughly. "You have nothing to report. Security. Remove this crazy woman from the building right now." But before the security guards could reach us, the double doors of the main conference room opened and Raymond, the senior chairperson, stepped out. "Mr. Vance, the board is ready and please, bring the young lady with you. The chairman has requested her presence." Marcus walked into the boardroom, trying to regain his confidence. The long mahogany table was surrounded by the most powerful billionaires in the country. Marcus took his place at the podium, smiling. Thank you, board members. Before we begin, I must report a security breach. This ex-intern, Maya, has sneaked into the room. Before he could finish his sentence, I walked past him and straight to the head of the table. What do you think you're doing? Marcus shouted, losing his temper. Get away from that chair. That is for the Sterling family. I didn't answer him. I calmly pulled out the chairman's chair, sat down, and crossed my legs. Instantly, all 30 board members stood up and said in unison, "Good morning, Miss Sterling. Welcome to your empire." Marcus's jaw dropped. His face turned completely white, his eyes wide with absolute terror. "S. Sterling." Marcus stammered, his voice trembling violently. No, this is a mistake. She's just a poor girl." I opened my black folder and slid the documents across the table. "My mother's maiden name is Lynn, Mr. Vance. But my grandfather is Arthur Sterling. For 3 months, I watched you abuse your power. And last night, I audited your accounts." Raymond looked at the documents and gasped with disgust. "Embezzlement, fraud, and theft of the employee pension fund. Marcus, you're fired, and the police are waiting downstairs to arrest you." Marcus fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face, begging a 24-year-old girl for mercy. "Please, Miss Sterling. I didn't know. Don't ruin my life." I leaned forward, looking down at him, and repeated his own words. "You are nothing but a piece of trash, Marcus. And today, I am the cleanup crew, and I am officially cleaning you out of this company." As the police led a sobbing Marcus away in handcuffs, the entire boardroom erupted into applause. Justice had been served. Karma never misses an address, and it always strikes when you least expect it. Thank you for watching, and make sure to subscribe to Revenge with Mesho for more thrilling stories.